And another coincidence, you know, the core stands for coincidence recognition. And those who work with core, do you feel that your coincidences in your life are more frequent? Yes, you say yes or no? Yes. So I can say the more you get involved into not only just having the machine and having paid for it once, no, but thinking yourself into the science of it and into the philosophy of it. These coincidences will be a daily experience for you. They are also now there, but you don't see them. And I was unpacking last week my boxes from the move from California, taking out books, and then there was the book of Philly, and I had a contact with him like a year ago, and didn't talk anymore. And I said, well, I'm wondering what happened. And I go back to my computer, and there was a message from him, let's talk. So now that's why he drove 8 hours from Basel here to meet. And it's a question of timing, yes. But which science from the very beginning has talked about this, that we are guided by some kind of information, or which is one of the oldest things. I've mentioned all these Akashic records and all this, but what's probably even older than this? Every one of you is interested in it, has thought about it many times. It's of course astrology. Yeah? It's the science of the blueprint of why we do certain things in a certain way, or what's possible and what's probably difficulties and so on. So astrology is probably the oldest, and I think it's the most perfected form of informational science. But the problem is that it got corrupted over time. And the main part that got missing was that astrology is just a tool today to see what's the status quo, and probably what's coming. Yes? So, but what they lost was the part about how can we actually use the same tool to change the future. As if really astrology today is like a mechanical clockwork. It's really, here we have those constellations, and that's why you will have this problem, this will be a good time to do this will be a good time to do that, and basically it has become crystallized like any other science. It lost the dynamic part, the part where you can do something, change something, work with it. It's just a way to look at a map. It's a map without the ability to move something. And I'm very sure that this was not the case when it was developed. And this is much beyond our knowledge of historical times. From where did it come? All only speculations. So you can see it was there, it was always there, but it has lost its connections. And this is really what the core should become. It should be the core, the connecting point for all these different sciences. And that's why I'm so happy that Dr. Meyer is here, and we plan to to really work together now and also offer some training, some ongoing training, because I know it's not enough to just come for one weekend, once a year, and then I have to recap certain things, yes, compared to some ongoing study. I mean, this is something that's our whole life is about this. Everything's connected to this. We think we have to go 9 years to school to learn French, but one weekend a year, maybe, if at all, to learn the science of information is of course not enough. But I know I can do only so much. 70 countries in 2 years. And at the same time I run this company in California with 12 people working, and I have been there only once in 1 week, in 1 year. Imagine. It's really a company for this time, a virtual company. There's one programmer is in California, the other is in Mexico, then I have one in Singapore, and then I have some in India. And we all work together. Why is this possible? Of course, because of the internet. And why is the internet possible? Because really, time and space is not the ultimate, or it's not a reality on all levels. It's completely limiting factor on a physical and energetic level. So energy doesn't transcend time or space. Energy is bound by time and space like matter. It takes because everything goes just a little faster. Yes? If I want to run with my car to Singapore or with the airplane, it takes so and so many hours. If I take energy, it takes fractions of a second, but it still takes time. So energy is not really different than matter. It's not really different. And this is really the new thing about what I'm presenting here. Many things that we call informational, we call energy medicine, is not energy medicine. We just often call things energy medicine because we have no other name, or we don't know what it is. Because Einstein told us everything is energy, so we can't go wrong if we call this energy medicine. Let's say touch for health, or distant healing, or Reiki, or radionic, we call energy medicine. But where's the energy? What do people usually say? There's questions I can where's this energy? Or homeopathy also. There's all these energy medicines.
In the vacuum. In the vacuum.
In
the vacuum.
In the vacuum. Well, but you can say yes, our radio transmissions, they also go through vacuum. Yes? But the thing is, they are under the laws of time and space. And what is much more important, energy is defined by physics as the quantity that does not change in transformation. So this was the discovery in like the 150 years ago, where they discovered, or not really discovered, but they coined a name for something that they saw was not diminishing in transformation. They saw, if I burn this wood, something else is created. So before there was something there, and now there's something there, and something different in a different form, but the essence is the same. And this is what they call energy. So that's the number one law of energy, and it's the number one law of physics. It's the conservation law of the conservation law, just basically. It says, in any transformation, the quantity of energy remains the same.